Good morning and welcome to my corner of the universe. It is the 2nd of November here in the little village, and I'm just doing some finishing up because I want to get started on some Christmas making as well. I know it's only November, but can you really start too soon? I don't start cloving oranges until the day after Thanksgiving. But today I'm going to be making we're just putting together the petals of the sunflowers. And here's one I've made earlier, but it hasn't been glued yet. So we're going to see if I can glue it without burning myself too badly this morning. We'll see how we go. I went to a really nice, kind of an unusual dinner party the other day. It was everybody brought 2 hors d'oeuvres. I am not a fancy cook. I don't do tweezers unless it's for crafts, and I don't cut into little tiny bits or anything else. And I wondered what I could make. So one of the things that I like doing in the autumn, and even though I'm living alone now, I do for myself and then put some in the freezer, is get a gammon or a small smoked ham, put it in the crock pot and do it with Coke, and I put in spices and herbs and a few things and just let it cook all day until it becomes a pulled ham, pulled pork kind of event. And I thought that would be nice with in some pita breads, which I made. Which are not but I made them little tiny ones. They weren't as tiny as I thought they were, but if you get too tiny, you can't fill them with anything. And my mom used to do something with corned beef, which I really liked. And they were nice sandwiches. She would, instead of like putting cheese on top, she'd cut up the cheese and put it inside mix it up with the corned beef with a little bit of onion and stuff, and then put it in hot dog buns and then put it in the oven. Really kind of an autumn thing to do. Anyway, so everybody brought something, and it was a really, really lovely evening. It was a small, casual evening, no pretense, and just friends and new acquaintances, and some nice beverages, and a cozy fire, and a cute dog. And it was a lovely evening. And my friends live in a very large three-story thatchy house, which is totally gorgeous. And they've totally renovated the place, and it runs as a B&B, among other things, and food and all sorts of things, and just very welcoming, and it's always a pleasure to be there. And it's very old, and it's, like I said, it's a 3-story thatchy house. And as it was Halloween, we got to the point where we were talking about old houses and spirits and how houses feel and ghosts and all of that. And well, I have felt something in that house. Never felt in danger, or it's always been it's a comfortable house, and the house feels great. But I feel that there is a little spirit in that house. But then again, all the houses here are really old, and all houses have lives. It's like when you're buying a house, or you're looking for a house, or you just go visit somewhere, and you just instantly feel comfortable there and wanted, and just kind of hugged by the space. I remember the first night alone in this house, and the gentleman who was living here, and his family had lived here a while before it became mine. He's still alive. He's just living in a retirement home now, and I hope he's well taken care of. But it's an old house, and it's a weaver's cottage, and people lived here, people died here, people had laughs, they had sorrow, they had everything. We're going to go a little over the 5 today, but like happens. And I remember on the first night talking to the house, and just I even hugged one of the walls because I was just so grateful and happy to be finally there, and kind of had a heart to heart with any spirits that might be, or feelings, or whatever in the house, that they were welcome, but just to let's move the house to the next. I wanted to be the caretaker of the house for this period, and I wanted to do well by the house, and I wanted the house to feel that I enjoyed being there and I loved being here, and I do. So I've never seen anything here. I've never felt any spirits here, but in all older places have a feel. And maybe you think it's silly talking to a house. I talk to mine quite frequently. We kind of have an arrangement. I take care of it, and it takes care of me. Have a good one.